But
hello, everyone, and welcome, wayward gamers, to the Emporium. I am Jay, also known as Neofed3 on the socials, your host, your GM, GM. Thank you for joining us. We are going to play some Saltmarsh Legends, our D&D here, and I am kind of got distracted on something, so I'm going to drop it, and I'm going to pass it off to our wonderful and talented players while they introduce themselves and I fix something real quick. So we're going to start off with Joshua. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm glad to be talking to real people and not AIs, which is what I was doing earlier today. Except for Goblin. Goblin's the best AI ever. So yeah, glad to be here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Jim, how are you doing?
Sure. Call on me right after I take a bite of my dinner.
You know the order. It's if I start with Joshua, it goes in this way. If I start with Goblin, it goes the other way.
I'm Jim, Hawkmere1 on Twitter, and tonight I'm playing Glassstock Steelcloak, the Dwarven Sorcerer. And I want to make a comment real quick because Joshua is in character tonight because he's got his hat on, his Talico hat on. So
oh, yes. Nice! It is a great hat.
That is definitely. Thank you so much, Jim. Carrie, how are you doing?
Hello, I am doing great. I'm Carrie, and tonight I will be playing Bryn Broadriver, the half-elf person who is generally very annoyed most of the time.
I would say you generally annoyed is a good description, but
Yes, indeed.
yeah,
Indeed.
but good, Thank you, Carrie. Robo Goblin, thank you for joining us. How are you doing?
It's me, RoboGoblin, and you can find me at TTRPGifts on Twitter and on Twitch. And I'll be playing Goblin, he, him, and pretty excited to be doing spooky stuff. Well, not spooky stuff. Going into a spooky house to find out more about spooky stuff.
There you go.
Yes, which brings us a perfect segue to content warning. Tonight, we are continuing our haunted house mysteries. Content warning for horror and gore. If you are susceptible to horror and gore, be aware that we will be diving into some of that, not to extreme amounts, but there could be triggers for you. Just be warned. We try to go Scooby-Doo-ish, but again, we want to be able to. We have gone through all of our safety tools, and we are set for the level that we are going to present to the audience. So, with that, yes,
if we're gonna do Scooby Doo, I'm gonna be Fred.
I want to be Velma. I can't see anything without my glasses.
I shape change into a Great Dane so I can be Scooby.
Jay, you can be Daphne.
You know what?
Or Goblin, you can be Daphne. Either one. I don't care.
I'm open to either one, so I can. Yeah.
Shaggy and Daphne are all that are left.
So, but with that, we're going to do a little bit of a quick recap. So where we left, the Saltmarsh Legends decided to hunt down an alchemist that they're looking for. Their missing friend, Avero, the wizard, somewhere in town and the team has been getting mysterious letters from him from a stationery of sending that just appear with multiple letters at times. Speaking of which, players, are your envelopes in hand? Very good.
Just in case.
I
remembered my sword and my envelope tonight.
Ooh, you might not need it tonight. You never know.
The sword?
Or the envelope.
Either one. And as they're exploring the house, they met a small child outside that was in bushes, looking for his friend that's in the house. You explored the house a little bit. You went to the second floor. You found a locked door. You picked a lock. Bryn broke her lock picks in it. As Talico was going in, he fell through the floor. As he came around, got burned by a monster that was a stuffed monster that was in the foyer. You found an individual tied up in the room. He's started talking about how she's going to find out, and we've got to get out of here, and made the mention about the boy. Have you found the boy? And you know that there's a boy named Patrol from one of the families was in here as well. So there's a lot of things going around. The other thing they found out is that doors just started opening and closing in the hallway. One would open and then close. One few feet away it would open and close. And Goblin and Talico, you are witnessing this as you're standing in the hallway outside this room as these are going. And Bryn, you kind of stuck your head out as one of the doors shut. And I believe your word was hell no. Something along those lines or something like that. And that's where we pick up as Glassstock is helping this individual they found named Ned in this room, bound with little bites all over him, in a very cobwebby room. Talico and Goblin, you're just outside the room, and Bryn, you are just in the doorway area. But there are two things I want to start off with. I need Bryn and Glassstock to give me an intelligence roll. So basically roll a d20 plus your intelligence modifier plus your proficiency. So I believe the proficiency is 3 right now.
I got a 5 total.
Okay.
We all roll.
Gary.
Nope. Just Bryn and Glassstock.
Okay.
Hey, listen, it could have been a nat 1.
I got a 15 total.
Oh,
Okay.
shocking nobody. Glassstock is smarter than Brit.
No. It's not about smarter. It's about
Oh.
what he recognizes. And Glassstock, as you're bringing this individual, you look up and you see Talico standing in the doorway as Bryn's kind of moving out and kind of looking back at you. And you notice something.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of noticed it before, but you couldn't remember exactly what it was. Now you do. Because before it didn't have the burn marks on it. Talico's jacket. There's certain burn marks and the design of Talico's jacket with the burn marks look very, very familiar. And then you look at Talico again. And the dark hair, because Talico has dark hair, right? If I recall.
Yeah. Dark hair braided down.
And you didn't get a great look, but the jacket you remember as the dead druid in the alchemist battle at the Standing Stones, laying in the mud.
Oh, we can never tell him that.
Wait. Oh shit.
Guess
Okay.
what, bitch? You're gonna die. We know the time. We know the place.
All right.
Oh no!
Start cleaning off the jacket.
Oh no!
So yeah. Since Glassstock's the one who notices it,
Yes,
I'm actually
Glassstock
looking.
notices it. Yep.
I'm looking at Bryn. Well, actually, Bryn's on the other side. Well, no, she's in the room with
She's
me,
in the
so she would
room,
notice.
but so
I
she
am.
kind of looks
I
at
look
you.
back at you.
Yeah, she's looking
and
back at you, and then when she moved, you got a clear shot because you remember seeing it, and there was mud, and the figure that was wearing this jacket was face down in the mud, and you just recognized this jacket and the burn mark that was there that just happened as Talico is running down.
Spoiler,
the stairs.
Joshua, your character dies face down in the mud.
We're just gonna live in the present. We're gonna live in the
We're
present.
living in the present.
It's fine. It's fine.
We changed the past. So I see Glassstock kind of have that look at his eye.
So yeah, so Glassstock's like he notices it and he looks at Bryn like wondering if Bryn recognizes it, and obviously she doesn't based
And
on her role.
I got a question. Is Glassstock going like, is he giving me like one of those?
No. In
Okay,
fact, because Glassstock is Glassstock, he's already reprimanded you once about changing the past, changing things here in the past. He's just going to brush it off for right now, but might say something to her later.
All right.
So
that note of that, you recognize that it is indistinguishable, and you didn't notice it until the burn mark that just happened downstairs.
I got a question for you, Jay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So the opening in the floor when Talico fell through it and stuff. So I can look down, correct?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Is it possible for Glassstock to jump down and land without taking any damage?
It would require a very high athletics check, possibly with disadvantage, because you're dropping about 15 feet. Okay. And then there's rubble all in the bottom too.
Well, that's the thing is because of the rubble, I'm just wondering how much that'll lessen the distance that he actually has to land.
Not lessen. It would be more like all these spiky wood boards and things like that.
Yeah, that's a rolled ankle waiting to happen.
Yeah. Well, I'm just looking for the fastest way to get this guy out of the house. Yeah. So
just drop him like it's a laundry chute.
No. Like I would drop down holding him. Now
style.
Okay. So rubble, dwarf, experience in the mines,
right up your alley.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm short, so this really isn't as much of a fall as it's for everybody else.
Is that? I'm not sure that's how that works, but
No. If there's like jagged things and
Yep,
stuff, I'm not going to risk it. Yeah.
So
But
Goblin and Talico, as you're standing outside, you saw these doors open and close. What are you doing at this moment?
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts. So in a 30-foot radius, since this entire place seems to be built of wood, and I'm going to start looking for creatures with thoughts. And it's a 30-foot radius in a 3D space. Yeah.
Yep.
So if they're on the floor
Here.
below me, yeah.
Now, is it
I would be aware of
creature? So it's all creatures, and is there a certain intelligence that is required?
Let me check. It is all thinking creatures. Let me check real quick on the intelligence. I think
Like animals with a certain intelligence, would they?
it has to have any creature with an intelligence of 3 or lower does not show up.
Okay,
So I get everything with an intelligence of 4 or higher. I know exist.
Okay.
Robo Goblins bees don't show up.
Yeah, Robo Goblins bees do not show up.
For my bees.
So I'm just looking at. I gotta look something up real quick. Well, I have to spell it right, don't I?
while Jay is looking something up, be sure to check us out on spring.com. We have tank tops, t-shirts, hoodies, and more, all with the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer on it. Once again, spring.com. Just search Emporium for the Wayward Gamer.
Thank you for that. That was an excellent segue. You currently do not sense anything. For a second, you thought you did, but then you didn't. And there's you just all you're sensing is the 5 individuals. You thought for a quick second you had something, but then that was nothing. And it was like, but you think maybe there's definitely some, you can tell based off of just hearing, there might be some small spiders and things of that nature. But
And I fully believe that there are really big spiders up above us in the attic too.
That could be, but they do not have an intelligence higher than 3.
That's fair.
I imagine that Talico, you hear a voice that sounds like Bryn's going, "Did that door just shut? Why is Glassdock looking at me like that? This is really weird." And you think it's in your head, but as you turn around, you realize she's talking out loud.
Yeah.
Glassdock?
Very quietly, but out loud.
Wait. Okay, I'm not intentionally focusing on Glassdock, so I'm not going to ask that question before I stop crying. All right, so I'm going to say, as I look at...
I'll tell you this, though, Joshua. Glassdock's not stupid, and so he's not thinking about that right now.
Yeah, that's good.
He's more concerned about getting this guy out of the house. That's his forefront thought.
Goblin, I'm going to go back to the top of the stairs and make sure that there's see if I can see anybody that's unseen.
Want me to go with you?
Yes, please. Last time I went by myself somewhere, I fell through the floor and ruined my jacket with the fire from that stupid thing.
Is it okay if I enter battle mode?
Yes, I would say it would be a good idea to enter battle mode because these doors are not acting normal.
Goblin has a battle mode.
Oh yeah,
Battle mode.
So you just see he extends his hand, his arm, and from the middle of this finger, it just bisects and it opens up, and you just hear a lot of gears and screeching of metal sounds, and it opens up and a blade comes up and it forms 2 double bladed axe, and now that's basically my arm now.
Glassdock looks at Bryn and goes, "I need to get one of those."
Oh shit! That's really something, Goblin. This is a little seemingly out of character with all your birds and flowers.
What do you mean?
And Bryn is it would have taken him just by the arm and the wrist and would be kind of like examining this axe and this double-bladed cool thing, and it's awesome.
Oh, and
That's
I
very
just say,
cool.
oh, this is because I need to protect my friends and my family.
Oh, so sweet. And he's like, all right, well, you and Talico are going to check something out, right?
Yes.
I can stay here with Glassdock and whoever our new friend is, and make sure that we are going to start to make our way Glassdock down and out.
Yes.
So
The sooner the better.
So as you're making your way down the hallway, and I'm assuming, is Bryn and Glassdock with this person up, what, 5-10 feet behind, or about 15 feet behind?
I would say-
5'10". I mean,
Okay.
we'd want to stay fairly close together until
Okay.
we
Are we
absolutely had to split.
carrying him?
No,
I'm
he's
carrying
walking.
him.
No, he's walking. He can walk himself if he
Okay.
wants. So
If he's
kind
going
of
to hold us back, I'm going to carry him.
no, he's not necessarily holding you back. He can definitely move up. And during
Okay.
this time, he's also mumbling. He's like, "Oh, thank you. It's been so long, but yeah, she's watching. She's always watching. You just the the webs. Be careful of the webs. She's and the boy. You have the boy? Did you find the boy? We came before the boy, but we couldn't find the boy. But the bargain. But did you find the boy?
No, we didn't. We'll get you out first, and then we'll come back and we'll look for him.
No, we can't leave without the boy. The boy. Where's the boy?
You are alive. We don't know where he is or if he's alive. We'll get you out first, and then we'll come back.
Okay. Okay. I can do that. Okay.
And Bryn is kind of like keeping her back, kind of. She's more or less walking backwards. She's kind of making a perimeter around this guy as Glassdock walks forward. And
Talico, when you get to about right there, you sense a very unique mind. A little ways away, just almost on the edge of your radius. It's you get it for a second, and then it's almost as if it steps just out of range and then comes back into range and then steps out back and out. And it's this very almost chaotic or very foreign thoughts of food and tasks, must complete the tasks. And my pretties, you're doing so well. You look so lovely. Is what you is the surface thoughts that you're getting.
no,
Okay, and I know that's on the boundary. Okay.
And I'm gonna
Okay.
say, do you know what direction it's coming from?
I when search for thoughts, you find things. If I focus on them and start reading their mind, which I can do without the saving throw, like just surface thoughts, I can tell where they're at.
Okay.
So yes. So with me like going, what is that, and focusing and starting to just get surface thoughts without trying to like deep brain. Okay.
So you're getting it around this area here, but like I said, you lose it after about a round or two. You lose it because after that first round, you lose it because they get past your range, and you're pretty sure it's not because they know it's happening. It's just that they're walking around or moving, and they're coming in and out of your range. So
Okay.
ugh.
I'm going to look back and just do quick telepathic, like, there's somebody, and like I'm just gonna hold my finger pointing as y'all are all kind of like, why is he pointing? You hear a voice in your head one by one, because I can't do all of you at once, just saying there's somebody muttering or something going on up there. It's not, doesn't seem like the child, but there's something that way up that hallway ahead of us.
Are we separated?
No, you're all in the hallway right now.
We're all together? Okay.
As you're getting to the top of the stairs. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Calico's at the top of the stairs and everyone's kind of coming. Calico's kind of stopped for a second as you're all in the hallway right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't go any farther without y'all coming along. I found out what happened whenever I went by myself.
So when we get near the stairs, Glassdock's gonna kind of push forward a little bit and say to Talico and Goblin, let me get him outside and then we can press forward.
Okay.
And when
Okay.
you get to the top of the stairs, all of you hear coming from this hallway here, from this hallway on the somewhere, you hear a door open.
Of course we do.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
Okay. This is RoboGoblin.
For a second there, I thought that was Jay making that noise because I can't see Robo's face.
That's amazing. We can see Robo's peaks.
No, I'm just really. Robo is really excited. Okay.
Amazing.
So I just go behind Talico to find out more about where the sound came from, or
Okay.
are we going there? Talico?
Where?
So-
is-
Well, let's wait. Let's go down just a little bit more here to the top of the stairs and wait for them to get everybody out, because we can see down. We can see over the banister and down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
But we can wait up here for them to escort them out.
Jay,
Yes.
Bryn is not on the map. I can't find her.
Yeah, she's right here.
What?
Behind Glassdock. Yeah.
Oh, there she is. There's my girl. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
She was
And-
under someone.
And Ned, and this this prisoner is constantly muttering, it's like, do you think she'll let me leave? Shh.
He doesn't have a choice. I'm going to get you out. And
She doesn't have a choice. Oh, but you're the children, the child.
we're gonna rescue everybody that's
She
here
said
in
I
the house.
couldn't-
You first.
She said I couldn't leave, but
So-
I can leave.
You're
yes.
fine. And
Yes, you can
Bryn
leave.
would kind of gently have her hand on this guy's back and be kind of guiding him
Okay.
towards Glassdock.
And as he starts walking down the stairs, you hear the door shut from the hallway. And you hear a quick thud from the
Oh
hallway.
my god.
So Glassdock's kind of trying to double time it. Like he's pulling Ned with him to get him outside as fast as possible.
So as you get him down to the front door,
Mhm.
and you're getting him down to the front door, and you're off, and he stops at the front door and looks back at you, and he's like, "I can leave, right?
Yes.
I do.
Yes. You
do I
can.
have-
You can leave.
Do I have to come back?
No. You know what?
Shh.
Just go sit in the grass. Wait a little bit. Glassdock hands him a water skin and a little bit of food. Says, "Sit down, eat, drink, and just relax."
Okay, and you're gonna get the boy, right?
Yes, we're gonna save the boy.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, and he looks at the door and he pauses at the door for a quick second as he's looking around, and he steps out for a second, and he was like waiting for death to come, and all of a sudden it's not coming. He bolts to the wall, and just literally just bolts to the wall and hides on the other side of the wall.
Perfect. Okay. Well, hopefully he'll eat and drink, but I'm
Okay.
not making any promises. All right. I'm going
Bryn
to do
has
my.
her eyes locked on this where the sound came from. She's kind of still at the top of the
Mhm.
stairs, but like just looking down that hallway.
Yep.
Yeah, and I want to do my best to avoid setting off the fire breath trap.
I will do my best to avoid the fireball.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well. Yeah.
So
So I'll like hug this wall and
Yep.
kind of.
So when you get up to about halfway up the stairs,
Okay.
everyone, you hear this door open. and you see it open. As you turn around, it's opened.
Which door was it? Could you ping it one more time?
This
Right
one
here.
right here.
Oh,
God, no. I kind of look back at the guys and I'm like, I am sick of doors opening and closing by themselves.
as soon as I
If nothing's coming out, is it worth checking if the child's not in there?
He could be.
Oh,
There was no
oh,
thoughts.
oh.
There was no thoughts in there.
But can you detect thoughts if they're asleep?
Yes.
Okay.
All living creatures.
So all of a
Oh, really?
sudden, Talico, you, for whatever reason, you couldn't detect it until you got this air, until you got to, you were spending a little bit more time, and then you found it. Like, for whatever reason, something was preventing, like, masking his thoughts for a second, but you're hearing a small boy crying from this room, from right here.
Oh,
I point, Bryn, he's in this room. Don't go back. Sorry, telepathically, I point and I'm just open a bridge and I go, Bryn, we should go this way. The child is crying, is now there.
okay. Excuse me, Goblin.
yeah.
Sorry. I can't. Somehow I think we're stuck together.
wait,
It's
No,
great.
you.
Oh.
Goblin just pushed
Gonna sneak
himself.
right past you there and grab the wrench. Sorry. And Bryn would kind of start inching her way, very Scooby-Doo-esque, down this hallway towards the closest door to.
And Talaka will stay right behind Bryn the entire way.
Okay.
I have my sword out. I feel like that's
I will.
probably obvious.
I have my staff in one hand. In the other hand, I pull out a lantern and just use produce flame as a cantrip just to light it real quick. It is a lantern of detection of constructs. If there are any constructs within range of me, I pick them up.
Robo.
What is that range? Sorry. While the lantern is within 300 feet of any creature that is the construct type, its flame turns bright green.
It me.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell me where, doesn't pinpoint direction at all. It just tells me,
Well,
are there constructs?
it's gonna go off because of Robo Goblin.
Wonderful.
Does Robo actually count as a?
Technically, yeah, I am a construct. Yes.
Mhm.
Well, I pull it out. It immediately turns green. I kind of laugh at my silliness and move on with my life.
You just see Goblin just wave. Hello.
Except he's waving with the axe. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. All
So-
right. And yeah, Bryn would kind of like look at Talico at this time and just be like, now or never.
Now or never.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
and you put your hand on the door, and you.
I want to kick the door open. I was about to say I want to punt that thing.
So you punt the door, and as you punt the door isn't unlocked, or is unlocked, but it's you. As you give me a strength check to see how well you kind of kick this door in.
Okay.
Glass stock.
Yeah.
I got a 21.
Wow.
Toothpicks.
So this thing just you hit the just right above the door handle, and it flies open. And what you see
Nobody messes with Mama Bryn.
is
Mystery afoot.
so after the door opens, you see a thick mist cascading down the doorway, obscuring any sight into the room. You feel it coolness around it, but you do see some small footsteps that led into the room. You can't see past this cascading mist.
Wow, that was a lot of chutzpah for nothing.
If you would like to give me a perception, anyone by the door, you can give me a perception check, please.
6.
Okay.
Can't see anything. You said so.
Yep.
Much higher than that. What is my
Yay!
22.
All right.
Wow.
Nice.
Anyone else in the area that would like to roll?
Well, Goblin and I aren't near the door.
Okay.
So
So Talico, even though it's kind of cool to the touch, and it doesn't seem that it's causing any damage, you do get a sense of evil, as if like a haunt is here. A curse is. It's this door in this area is cursed or haunted by something. You just feel it. That is just that really unusual feeling.
Bryn is like staring into the mist and can't see anything.
I telepathically tell Bryn, like visible shivers as I put the lantern back up and pull out my shield instead, which seems like it's going to be a lot more useful. And go, there's telepathically tell Bryn, there's something wrong. This is not natural. This is not right.
And Bryn would look over her shoulder and she would just talk because we're right next to each other. Be like, well, what do we do?
We need to find the child, and the child, like, am I still getting thoughts
You are getting
coming
yes.
from that room?
Yep.
In the mist?
Through the mist. It was almost for a second, but then now you're now that the door is open and there's a little bit more almost you're getting this you're sensing a crying child.
Well, is he in there?
He is somewhere, and I say Fyra, and I just create a glowing ball of fire that floats above where my staff, where the eagle should be whenever he comes back.
Okay.
And I like hold it out forward, like kind of torch-like, like just poking at the mist a little bit, just past Bryn.
Bryn would shrug and kind of almost jump into the room.
All right. As you jump into the room, two things happen. One, this door, Glassdock and Goblin, shuts. And about 4 seconds later, so like right before Bryn jumps in, well, actually, yeah, that shuts. So then Bryn, you jump in, which Talico, what are you going to do?
Oh, I'm following Bryn. Like, I'm trying to stay right behind Bryn so that we don't get separated.
All right. So we'll say, Bryn, you're in, and at which point, right after them in, both Glasslock, you see them jump in through this cascading mist.
Yes.
We're gonna go back over while they're in. What is Robo and Glasslock? What are you doing after they jump in?
I just wait up the stairs for Glassdock, or Glassdock was already in the second floor.
He's across on the other side. Yeah, he's right here.
Yeah, he's
okay. So I'll just say, shall we go in? Just walk forward, all the way to the.
I don't know about Palaco, but Bryn can handle herself, and I'm worried about something coming up behind us. So Glassdock wants to kind of position himself so that he can kind of look in every direction, like easily look in each direction just to make sure nothing. If Bryn needs me, I can get to Bryn quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not worried about it.
Very much so. All right. So after you get to there, this door right here opens.
Which one?
This one.
I didn't see it
right here.
As soon as it opens, I just extend my arm. From my arm, it opens up like tiny little hole, and you can see a tip of an arrow coming out, and I just shoot the arrow to the door, directly to the door.
Give me an attack roll.
Badass.
Disadvantage. Give me an attack roll at disadvantage.
Oh
wait.
That was mean. Rude.
And so rude.
He'd do too much.
Ugh. That's a 6.
Okay, so it
Okay.
impacts on the door.
13.
All right, so it bling and impacts on the door. A moment, about 30 seconds later, you do notice that there seems to be a lot of spiders kind of crawling around the door frame.
Oh,
Ew.
Like tiny spiders that are just kind of.
oh my god, I hate it. I hate tiny bugs. Green light, but I hate it.
Okay. So as that's happening, because Bryn, you don't know this, and Talico, you don't know
I
this
know.
yet.
Carrie knows this though, and that's enough.
All right. So
Shut up, Jim.
anyways, as we're gonna go with this, Bryn,
Such a girl, Carrie.
Shut up.
come on, wheel you back.
I'm ready.
Bryn and Talico, as you jump into this room, you see this was once a fine chamber that has been destroyed. The bed is smashed. The mattress is torn apart. The walls gored as if knives were thrown into them. The chair was hacked apart. The paintings on the walls are torn to pieces. And everything is damaged in here for one exception. There is a fine wooden chest sitting in the corner of the room right here.
The mimic.
It's a mimic. That was my first thought.
Throw an apple on it. Throw an apple on it.
I look over. I'm like, that's weird.
And 2 shiny coin-sized objects lie close to it.
Oh yeah. That's a mimic.
On the bed, the damaged mattress, you see a small boy crying and not moving. His hands and his face are hands covering his face as his knees are up to his chest.
Oh, Bryn would immediately sheath her sword and like run to him and like kind of very gently reach out and like put her hand on him.
And he just kind of like, let's get something here. There we go. And he just kind of sits there and he just kind of looks, and he jumps for a second, like not being touched.
Whoa.
He's like,
Hey, we're here to. I'm Bryn Broadriver. I'm here to rescue you.
my name's Petrol. And he's crying and he's dirty and he looks like he's been here for a few days.
How old is this kid? How big is this kid?
He's about 10.
Oh, he's 10.
He's about 10, 11 years old.
Pick him up.
Um,
So yeah, so I'm like, I would sit and I would just kind of like sit with him and put my hand on his shoulder and kind of like look back at Talico
and then
and nod.
Talico and Bryn, I need you to
like
give
the
me
lilt.
a wisdom, or excuse me, a will. I got my notes. Wisdom saving throw. Yeah,
Oh,
I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
oh God.
19.
17.
Not bad. Congratulations. As you are attending to this child, both of you know something odd. As the wall along this wall right here by the fireplace, and then the wall over here, and this wall over here, like all 3 walls that kind of in this room, all of a sudden you notice that at the top, some red handprints start appearing on the wall.
Oh God. Oh my
Get him.
God.
Get him out, Bryn.
And
Get 'em
as
out.
the red handprints kind of touch on the wall, suddenly they start to drip with blood.
Oh my God. No. I'm like, hey,
And you
hey,
are getting,
come
and
with me.
suddenly this fear starts to envelop you, and then you see the boy again. You're like, I got to get him out of here,
Yeah,
and you
no
just
shit.
sink this fear into your stomach, and you are able to. You're not feared, and you can act as you wish.
Can I pick him up? Is he a little enough kid that I can? I'm like,
Yeah, you
all
can
right,
grab
come with
him.
me. And Bryn was being very gentle to not startle him, but now she just freaking scoops him, and she looks at Talico and she's like, "We need to go."
Get out. I'm right behind you.
And
And he's holding the staff with the fire, like he's ready to just burn the place down at this point. Like
Burn it down.
And Talico, as you suddenly in your radius, you hear intruders from the room next to you.
I look at Brandon and go, "We've been made. Get out with him now."
I take him. You said he hears intruders from where?
And from this room, he heard the surface thoughts. Because it's concentration, correct?
Yep.
So
Yep.
Okay.
So he's
hearing. And because I cast that, the bees that were covering Goblin did disappear. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I only get
Damn it.
I'm sorry. That's the worst part. That's the scariest part of this whole thing.
Now we have a sad goblin.
So Bryn goes and like takes him out and is like, and immediately as soon as we're out of the room, it's like, Glassdock, I found him.
Okay. And as you're right here.
And I'm going to step, instead of stepping out, like I'm staying behind Bryn, but I'm going to step out and to the right so that if somebody comes out, they have to go through me to get to the child.
Okay. Badass.
Well, me, then Bryn, then the child, but that's fine.
All right. There's a few things that happen as you just get out the door. I need there's two things that are going to happen, or three things. One, this door. Let me get my objects. This door right here opens. Rather quickly, kind of just opens. Glassdock. This door right here.
I'm not seeing the pings on the map.
Can you see it now?
No.
So the door right behind you.
Okay.
Opens up as well.
Oh, okay. All right.
This door opens right above Talico. The door behind you opens.
God, I hate it. I hate it so much.
I need everyone to give me a perception check at disadvantage, please.
Oh. I don't like that one bit.
Hey. Of course. Nat 20. I still got an 18 total.
I still got a 16 total, even at disadvantage.
All right, a nat 20 for Glassdock.
Yeah, but it doesn't count because it was disadvantage.
Oh, it was disadvantaged. Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I got an 18 instead.
Okay. Yep.
I got a 16.
Okay.
Mine's a 7.
All right. So as your attentions are, a lot of things are happening at once. Very clearly, you can. You see some things, you see the spider head of a humanoid kind of just come out of the door a little bit as the hands kind of come up and is looking defensively as he's looking at you, Talico. As this literal humanoid with a spider's head kind of comes out, and then there's a swarm of spiders at their feet. And they're not entering the hallway. They're just looking out at you. And you can tell the mind that you've been reading is the same mind that you hear right now. And he's like, oh, the mistress will not be happy with them.
This isn't the mistress? What the fuck is the mistress then?
And then you see over here, there's these swarms of spiders just kind of just kind of here. But what four of you do not see is the four of you that do not see.
All four of us don't see?
All four of you do not see this.
Oh, okay.
Allow me to give you the description of what happened.
For
the audience.
I got an 18 though.
Yes. Audience
he's
members.
in another room.
Audience members. What you see is suddenly this mist coming from the webs and hole from the ceiling of the main area as it floats down about 10 feet and stops. And suddenly this gas and vapors suddenly form into a naked woman standing as if she was standing on top of a small layer of mist. As 50 to 80 tiny little spiders
Oh,
come
God.
down and crawl all over her. And as they crawl over her, they spin webs of silk as a dress is made instantaneously as she's standing there covering her body.
You had me at the first part.
Women don't need men. They need dresses made of silk on their bodies by spiders.
Damn straight. This gorgeous, very pale-skinned female with very long black hair. All of a sudden, all of you hear, "Well, hello. Who has disrupted my home?" And all of you turn around as you see this woman as if she's floating in midair about 10 feet from the attic and about 40 feet from the ground or so, 35 feet from the ground, in just this midair. And she just looks at you and she's just like, as I give you the description of the long hair, white, silky dress, and the pale skin with maybe some sharp nails, painted a little red, maybe red nails. And she's just like, "Hello, who has disturbed my home?"
Hello.
I put this kid down and I like push him behind me and I take my sword out.
"Are you with those sea dogs?"
What?
Sea dogs.
Sea dogs.
Pirates, sea
like
dogs,
dogs.
whatever they
Oh.
are. I told them I will eat them if they bring anyone upstairs. Are you
No.
with them?
No,
Oh.
never been. on a
No,
boat in
not
my
at
life.
all. We are here just simply to retrieve a missing child, and we will be on our way. We apologize. We apologize for the intrusion. Nobody answered the door when we knocked, so we thought it was okay to come in. Clearly, it was not. We will be on our way.
Who are
Have a
you
nice day.
and why are you here besides this child? Is that the only reason?
Yes.
And then suddenly she stops for a moment and looks back and goes, "Oh, I see you've rescued my daily snack. Intriguing. Where is he? He doesn't seem to be with you. Did you release him?"
I did not release him.
I didn't.
Wow. Wow.
Maybe you deserve to die face down in the mud.
Oh, that
Wow,
was cold,
Tyler.
Gary.
Your burnt ass jacket.
Wow.
Just saying.
Wow.
Wow.
It is very much an attempt at deception without telling a lie.
Without needing to roll.
Yeah.
Give me
Without
a
needing to roll for it.
I would say give me a roll with advantage. And
boy.
Okay.
it's a matter of that you're not lying, but potentially is versus her insight, how much she's going to realize what you're doing.
So that was double 18s,
Ooh,
which
okay.
gives me a grand total of 17.
Okay.
Okay. That's such an honest guy.
So she kind of looks at you for a second. I see. And what about the three of you? Did you let my snack get away?
Bryn wouldn't say anything. She's just kind of like gripping her blade and looking back and forth between Glassstock and Talico. And Goblin, of course.
And Talico, you suddenly feel this. The same thing that you do, you feel it coming to you. The surface thoughts are being
it.
grabbed from you.
I'm going to. So the window that's beside Bryn. Tell me about this window beside Bryn.
It's a 2-story window that drops down
Yeah,
to
it's fine.
35 to 40 feet.
it's fine.
Yeah. And suddenly, as you're about to look, she suddenly says, "The alchemist. Why, this is interesting. I know of this alchemist that you..."
Who's thinking about the alchemist? I'm thinking about how we're going to get past this.
I'm
crazy
not
bitch.
thinking about the
Talako was thinking about the alchemist because that's why we got here, and he's terrible at lying. He's like, "Don't say anything about the alchemist."
Fuck.
Don't think about
Actually,
alchemists. Don't think of alchemists.
I know of
Damn
the
it.
alchemist and where he is. Oh, this is interesting.
Does
I'm
she
not.
say, does she say that out loud?
Yes, she does.
I'm looking
Okay.
at Glassdock.
The second she says that, Glassdock said, "I let your snack go. Where the fuck is the alchemist?" And he points his axe at her.
Glassdock.
Oh.
And
look at the
I want to
kid.
make an intimidation check.
Oh my god. We have a small boy with us.
Bryn, in your head, you hear, "Can you open the window?"
In fact, as I point it,
Yep.
green flames burst from my axe head.
Oh, okay.
I want to, at the same time, I want to inspect the window and see if it opens.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, we're cannonballing, bitch.
Oh my god. So give me the
Lot of
intimidation
stuff, I know,
roll.
sorry.
Yep, give me the intimidation roll, Glassdock.
18.
Okay.
Do I get advantage because I was trying to be like super scary?
Oh, you are being super scary,
It
and
was
that is
very
just that is
scary.
really good. Unfortunately, you don't get a reaction from her, and it's almost like impressive. Like you've impressed her.
Most impressive.
Like she's not scared of you, but she is definitely like, oh, you've got gumption. I'm impressed. Bryn,
Gumption's
the
my
window,
middle name.
the window next to you is boarded up. Unfortunately,
From the outside?
no,
Oh,
from the
God.
inside.
I would look at Talico and just ever so subtly shake my head.
Okay.
And suddenly she's this woman stands like, why? Oh, now I'm not unreasonable. You've sparked my interest. Why do you seek the alchemist?
Because he's holding a friend of ours.
I doubt that since I've locked him up.
What?
Well,
Are we gonna need to rescue
Well,
the alchemist
this is-
so he can capture a Vero so we can do
This-
some fucking Back to the Future shit?
this is when Glassdock turns and looks at Bryn and goes, "Well, I don't know."
And she just continues to monologue for a quick second. She's like, I think I will give you the same bargain I gave my snack and his group. And she almost seems happy for a second that she's negotiating with individuals again in such like, she doesn't seem like she has interaction with so many people. And she's just joyed that she gets to interact with people and negotiate with food. How about
Like you do.
my snacky poo lost? Did he inform you of the bargain we made?
No, I was too busy trying to get him out the front door.
Oh, Tisk. He's outside, isn't he? Oh, I think I will give you the same bargain I gave him, as I said. If you escort him back to his room, I will forget my pets and I are still hungry and allow you to investigate the downstairs where the alchemist is, and then leave. And you will never speak or talk about anything here.
So you want us to go get him and bring him back?
I'm intrigued on what you have with the alchemist. I would not be a gracious host if I did not allow a guest to meet another guest. Clearly you have some beef with him. I'm quite intrigued because he didn't like me taking his house from him.
I look at Glassdock and I'm like, it's essentially this schmuck or a Vero. Like, I don't. Bryn is torn.
Jay, can I ask a stupid question?
No stupid question, but a GM question. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So we know that there's, human spider dude over here by
Mm-hmm.
Tolaco.
Yep.
And then you said a swarm of small spiders is down the hallway from
Yep.
Goblet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They are keeping their distance
Right.
clearly because
Okay.
the mistress is.
If Glasslock wanted to,
Mhm.
could he get past everybody in the hallway?
Yeah, he could run past everyone in the hallway.
He's short. He'll go between
Oh
us
my
like
God.
wickets.
You just run past of your team members, right? Of your
Right,
group.
yeah.
Yeah, you can run
Yeah.
past them with no problem.
So around the
Oh,
corner, as I get close to Spider Dude thing,
Yeah,
I cast Green Flame Blade
you've already
and I
have it.
attack.
You've already casted
No, it only well, yeah, but it doesn't last that long. It's a bonus action spell. I'm supposed to attack right away after I do
okay.
it.
So basically, you run past all of them, and you're attacking the guy that's in the corner, kind of looking and waiting.
Yes.
Okay. He held his action, and because he held
Yeah,
his
but he wasn't expecting seeing a dwarf come barreling around the corner.
true. It was if anyone came to attack him, he was going to do something.
Okay.
And
He doesn't necessarily know I'm going to attack.
that's true. All right. So yeah, because he. Let me pull this up real quick.
While Jay
Yeah,
is buffering, please check
I'm-
us out on spring.com.
YouTube. All right. So I am. Oh, I get it. Okay. We're doing that. So basically, right in front of you, suddenly he spits web and just like webs the floor and area like right in front of you to make it a little bit more difficult. If you want to swing and attack him, go ahead.
Okay.
Wow.
And I'm going to use my once a day ability called, where is it? Favored by the gods.
Okay. You're going to
So-
re-roll that?
No, I get to roll 2d4 and add it to
That's
the
right.
roll.
That's right.
So an additional 5. So it's a total of 17.
That will hit.
Okay.
Ooh.
So he takes 13 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
and I didn't see what and then the fire damage. He takes 6 points of fire damage.
So 19 points of damage total.
Yep.
Okay. As you are rushing and hit,
Is there any other enemy creature within 5 feet of him?
yes, there's a swarm at his feet.
At his feet?
Yeah.
Okay, the swarm takes
Is this from your green flame?
green flame blade. Yeah, because it'll bounce to another enemy that's within 5 feet.
Okay.
So if there's a swarm at his feet that counts.
And is this this is flame, so it's not a piercing attack or anything like that?
No.
Correct? Okay.
No. I'm gonna have to do it this way.
By the way, Jim, I'm not afraid of spiders. I'm just afraid of a lot of creepy crawlies in
Yeah,
the same place.
The swarm takes 10 points of fire damage.
Like a swarm. Hell yes.
10 points?
Jim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way to be Jimothy.
We're gonna roll initiative at this point. And yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
I got a nat 20
Oh
on
my God.
initiative.
Nice.
My girl.
Add it to the spreadsheet.
All right, so 1 second here. So nat 20.
Take your time.
I've got a glass off. You didn't roll initiative yet, have you?
No.
All right, so I just gotta remove some people. Okay, so now it's set. Okay, so go ahead and roll your initiatives.
15.
Okay, so you didn't click on your token, so it didn't show up. Okay, that's fine.
Oh.
Oh, was I supposed to
I'll
click
do
on my
it.
token?
That's fine. Yes. So it just makes me. I just gotta manually put it in.
I'll do that.
I
Did it work?
don't know how to do that. I'm so
Yes, it
sorry.
did. Yep, Talico, it worked, and then I did not see. I haven't seen yours yet, Goblin.
Okay. Just
If you, I can put it in manually if you need me to.
That's a 13 then.
Okay. All right. 13 there. As we get the initiative set, thank you for joining us at the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
Yes. We have lots of stuff going on. That's not what I wanted. Why? Shoot. Okay, I'm looking for... It's just going to take a minute to get things organized.
Stick around, folks.
Heck yeah.
We're doing spooky stuff.
Because there's going to still be a monologue of some impressive stuff that's going to happen.
So much spooky spook. Meanwhile, Bryn is reaching back and holding on to this kid. She's not like... Because Bryn is not terribly maternal unless it's with dragons, apparently. She's just like reaching out and like holding onto this kid's shirt, like the front of his shirt, just like ready. If she needs to bolt, she's gonna frickin' whip him with her like a kite. Like it's it's she's just ready to frickin' do any, either fight or run or whatever.
Okay.
At this moment. I didn't think it was that offensive, Jay, but
no,
whatever.
that's not,
I guess it's fine.
Not that. My D&D Beyond is loving you right now because my initiatives on all of my stuff are just not
Hell yeah.
good.
What? Bad Spider Queen. Bitch.
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 Thank you, D&D Beyond, for being on our side.
Yeah.
Hey. What if he was on our side? Having D&D Beyond might not be such a bad idea.
All right. Before we get into the initiative order, so as Glasstalk is running, what's going to happen is, as you start taking off, she was talking as you were starting to this, and she was just like, she's going to finish her little monologue, and she's like, I have an arrangement. I will spare your lives. Actually, no. What was I going to say? So basically, if you will, I will share with you where I have kept the alchemist. In return, if you return what is mine, he pledges his life to me since he pledged his life to me with our bargain. But if you wish to take the child, he whines so much you may. Visit the alchemist, and as a favor, confront those sea dogs downstairs. Teach them a lesson. They've become complacent in our arrangement. Do not go into the attic or your lives are forfeit. And that's when, Glasstalk, if you start taking off.
God damn it, Glasstalk!
And as you start
Don't
taking
care.
off, she basically changes in mid-sentence to the point of, where is, you fools! I am surprised you can't figure out when you are outmatched. And that is where we're going to start initiative. So, Bryn.
Fools! Yes.
What are you going to do?
Okay, I have this kid. He's just a little kid. I guess I'm going to... Oh, man. I don't... Bryn would scoop him and, like, run. And just... She wants to, like, essentially chuck him out of the house and then come up and rejoin the fight.
So you're going to run all the way out the front door?
I'm going to scoop him like a freaking football and just running back.
Yep. And then you're going to run out the front door? Or are you going to run out?
I'm going to take him to the front door and essentially like, whoop, like just like, here you go.
Yeah, she can bonus action dash, so she can make it.
But
correct.
Normally carrying someone is half movement, but he's not that heavy. I would say it's more or less a fourth of your movement's going to be gone. So basically by you running, you're going to make it to the door with using your bonus action and everything else. Going down the hallway, down the stairs, everything, you're going to make it.
And yeah, I urge him to run
And
as far as he can.
Bryn, as you get down to the top of the stairs, you look back, and this creature that's at the bottom of the stairs in the foyer, you see a little bit of mist or like green elemental energy start to come around him
Oh
a
no.
little bit. You're pretty sure that he wasn't going to breathe. But anyways, so that's that.
Great.
Bum, 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 bum. Glassstock, what are you going to do?
Same thing I did last round. So my bonus action casts Green Flame Blade,
Okay.
and I swing at the dude.
Okay.
Nice.
30-20.
All right,
Nice.
that hits.
All right. So he takes 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then he takes 4 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And the swarm takes 11 points of fire damage.
11 points of fire damage?
Yep.
Awesome.
All right, that swarm burns away with all that
Nice.
damage.
Yes. Screw him.
Talico, what are you going to do? Your turn.
Is Glasstalk? Does it look like Glasstalk has
Short? Yes,
webbing, webbing on his feet from whenever he ran up and approached?
It's kind of like it's blocking the wall. So to get any further, he will have to climb over a difficult terrain like a small little web wall.
But there's fire all over the place.
But that's burned. So yeah, so it's burned away. So yeah, thank you for noticing that.
Okay, then I won't waste my produce flame to burn it away either. I'm going to follow suit with I'm going to follow Bryn. And 15. I see that there's a swarm there. I'm going to get to there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna move away from Glasstalk 20 feet.
Yep.
And I look over the banister to see, like, are there any threats that look like they could be near Bryn or stop Bryn?
The vampire, or the women, I should say.
Oh, Jesus.
Haha.
the nondescript, pale, beautiful woman with blood.
Standing pretty much about maybe 30 feet below and about 10 feet, as she just kind of watched, and she might be turning around to Bryn.
Okay.
But she's also eyeing you, so she's not turning her back.
No, that's great. So she's within 30 feet of me, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to whip up the other end of my staff as a whip of thorns manifest and strikes out at the vampire as I try to yank it towards me.
Ooh.
Get over here. Yeah.
Okay.
Badass.
That was awesome.
And it sounds a lot more badass than what actually works out as I go running past and I whip the whip out.
This is why you roll before your color.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. So that's an 11 AC to hit.
That will not hit. So and she just kind of like bats it away.
All right. Yeah. What are my bonus actions? Yeah. Nope. I shoot out the thorn whip and then I just bring up the shield, trying to get the vampire's attention.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Since Carrie just walked away, Jim, I need you to roll me. Give me a D1. I was gonna say a D100 to expand a little bit more, to kind of into this luck aspect of it. But I know we're a D20. If you want to roll a D20,
Sure. Just a straight D20.
High is bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Roll low. Roll low. Come on.
No, I'll just let D&D Beyond do it. So
Okay.
here we go. 4.
Okay. All right. That's pretty good. The reason why is okay. Goblin, what are you going to do?
Okay. So I'll just see everybody losing their shit.
We need some sober advice.
I'm right next to one of these creatures, right?
Yes. The swarm is right in front of you. Yes.
Gross. Okay. So I'm just gonna, from my tip of a finger, my other finger, the one that's not an axe, I shoot up like this tiny blast of ink towards this creature, whatever it is, and you can just see that it just when the ink runs dry or whatever, it just makes like a stamp of a bee, and I'm gonna cast a hunter's mark on it,
Okay.
Nice.
and that, and I am gonna attack it with my axe.
Nice.
Awesome.
And that's 16 to hit.
16 to hit the swarm is going
Yes.
to hit it. Yes.
Nice.
And you're using your axe, correct? You said?
Yep.
Okay.
It's my battle axe.
Mm-hmm.
A badass. That is the coolest weapon.
That's a 6 plus the what is it? The hunter's mark. Okay, so that's 10 damage. My
10.
first attack.
Okay. So as you went and hit it, you got a few of them, but some of them kind of moved away as you kind of clapped and sliced, but you sliced a few of them. So yeah, that's your first attack. What would you like to do as your second?
This is the attack with my axe that just goes wham, like a slash,
Yep.
and you just hear a lot of mechanisms inside my body, a lot of gears, and my torso turns around again, and I hit it again, like in the slash effect.
Okay.
Oh my God, I
nice.
love it. I love it.
Nice. Next attack.
So good.
Oh, okay. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
The rest of the party watches in awe as Goblin wrecks this bitch.
Solos everything. It's fine.
Let me solo her. You take your
Ooh.
time. This is like watching Picasso paint.
That's 2 extra damage.
2 extra damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 more damage points.
So your axe didn't do any damage?
No, because my axe is -1, and I rolled 1 on damage.
Okay. So it, like I said, you sliced 1 or 2 of them, but yeah, it's what's the word I'm looking for? You got through some of them, but it still looks about
It's not as
halfway.
effective.
Yeah, it's not as effective. It might be almost halfway, less than halfway of they're still there. About 2/3 are kind of still there in that pile.
Okay.
All right.
That's my action. As I see that it's not working as effective as I want it to be, my arm, I mean, the 2 blades on my axe go inside my body again.
Okay.
And now it's just the handle, and I cast Shillelagh.
So your action is Shillelagh a bonus action?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bonus.
Okay,
action.
perfect. So okay. All right.
No, but he cast Hunter's Mark as his bonus
Yeah,
action.
yeah, that's
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, never mind.
So next round you're going to be able to do that. So okay, that sounds good. All right. So you notice a big old spider coming out, standing about right there, and he's going to move up to you. And he is going to take a bite out of you. Does a 12 hit you? Robo. Does a 12 hit
Yes.
Robo?
Yes.
A 12 does hit Robo?
Wait. Oh, God, 15. No, never mind.
Yeah,
Doesn't.
no. So yeah, so he
hurts himself.
Yeah, he hurts himself. All right, so this thing bites and it hits on your metal ankle and just cracks some of its teeth. It kind of backs up a little bit.
Ow. Ow.
So next, the spider humanoid that you've slashed into a Glassdock is not happy. He just kind of hisses at you a little bit, and I gotta look something up real quick, and I'm trying to remember where it is because it's right in front of me, but I've got to add it a little bit more. Oh, yep, there she is. And
Bryn is watching this little kid run off, hopefully. Very much the same way that Dorothy watches Toto escape the witch's castle, and he got away.
He got away.
Is very, very pleased with herself.
Glassdock, I need you to make
second.
a wisdom saving throw, please.
Sure, Jay. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn it! 9. It was almost a 19.
Oh,
so suddenly the mouth of the spider goes, and you hear this voice ringing in your brain as this whispering of a melody into your, and suddenly a pain hits your brain, and you take 8 points of psychic damage, and you need to make you must immediately use your reaction and move as far as you can away from it down the hallway. So 30 feet. Yep, you got to move away from it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh. Talico.
Hi.
The female kind of moves and turns to both of you and sees Bryn and is kind of standing above the stairs a little bit and looks at both of you for a second and just goes, "This did not have to be this way."
Yeah, it did.
said Glassdock down the hall, you bastard.
Yeah, it did.
Talico, can you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh,
Sure.
oh, we're about to get an evil druid, baby.
14? 14?
Suddenly, as you are sitting there and your eyes lock, as suddenly her eyes turn red for a second. And Talico, your eyes suddenly, in a brief moment, have this haze of red around them.
Son of a bitch.
And you just hear, "Your friends did not need to do this. I'm reasonable and would have allowed you downstairs for the entertainment factor. If you do not wish to be eaten, stop them from further violence."
All right.
Well, luckily, Glassdock and Bryn go before Halaco does. So
Gosh. I have a quick question. So you said, so I need to know exactly, is this fine lady on the ground now?
Nope,
or
she's still flying in the air above you.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
Bryn, the other thing that you will notice is standing in front of the doorway outside is a medium-sized spider.
Shit. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Okay.
What happened to the swarm that was next to Robo?
It is attacking Robo.
Oh, it's like
It is now under Robo.
okay. All right.
And did this kid escape, or is he still with me?
He's still with you.
Still with me? Shit. Oh boy. Okay. Not good.
So the swarm spider that Robo has hit is going to try to envelop Robo with a 10, and unsuccessfully, as all these spiders, the swarm of spiders start crawling out, and you're just going to brush them down and away from you. Bryn, Glassdock.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's Bryn first. So.
Oh, no. But guess what happens, Glassdock?
Oh, geez. Now what?
Jesus.
A letter pops up right in front of Bryn.
You're in front of Bryn? Really?
Wow, in front of Bryn.
Oh my.
It has never been more intense. Okay.
And
what is this?
Yep.
Group what? Group.
We are on, if I have to look at my notes real quick, I believe we are on 5. We are on letter 5. There should be group 5, and within group 5, I believe there is 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Now.
Jesus.
But
Yeah,
take your
there
time.
is.
So
there's just two.
Just two of them? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the catch. Only open number 1.
Okay.
Because so as you open up number 1, it will actually you're not able to see it. You're actually not able to see it because it just pops in front of you. Because you have to take an action to read it. So suddenly this letter pops in front of you. The second letter will pop up in front of you. But she's going to use a legendary action and pull it towards her. And now she has it in her hand.
Hey!
Holy shit.
Oh, that's mail fraud, you bitch.
Interesting.
And Bryn would as a free action, Bryn looks over her shoulder and be like, go hide in the corner, kid. And then would pull out her short bow and start shooting at this bitch.
She's right before as you shoot, she's like, would you like this?
Yes.
In a bargain, maybe you're more available.
Bryn has an arrow knocked and like ready, and then she kind of like,
and suddenly there's a flame on her finger.
No. And she would like immediately, like, she still has the arrow, but she has it like all the way down towards the floor now.
So we can be reasonable.
Yes.
Shall we parlay?
And I would look up at the guys and I'd be like, yes. And Bryn would like take all the tension out of the string and take the arrow. She still has like between her fingers almost, and just sort of slide it back into the quiver.
This is very important, I see. As I said, I'm not unreasonable. Clearly, this is important. A bargain. Is this worth you not saying anything about this place? What you've seen here?
And Bryn would kind of like just glance over at the little kid, who I assume has probably moved.
Yeah,
and is hiding.
It's just cowering in the corner.
And then she would like she hears where Glassdock was shouting his disapproval earlier, and then she would just kind of like, yes.
Bargain. Actually, I should ask, is this worth returning my snacky poo?
He's gone. We can't catch him.
Mm. Fair enough. I offer a bargain. I will return this letter, allow you free passage downstairs to speak with the alchemist, if you wish. You will not return to the second floor or the attic ever. Once you are completed downstairs, you may leave freely, never to speak of this location, who's here, and what you saw here. If you ever do and somebody does come back, your lives are forfeit and I will hunt you down. Is that worth a bargain for this?
Yes.
And she kind of waves her hand for a second, and all the spiders and everything just backs away from the front door and everything else. Is your comrades on the same page? As she looks at everyone. And Talico, you that suddenly the redness around your eyes dissipates.
Glassstock. And because Bryn can't see him from where she is right now, and she's kind of been eagerly seeking his counsel, sort of, on this. Glassstock.
Glassstock lowers his axe, and as long as the spiders are like
They're
going away
backing
from
up. Yep,
Goblin,
they're backing
okay,
up.
so
Yep.
they're backing away from Goblin and
Mhm.
everything, and Glassstock shouts down to Bryn and says, "For Vero."
And Bryn
Vero.
wouldn't nod.
Interesting. I am quite intrigued. A bargain it is, and it shall be. I will return this, and you shall not speak of this place, or me, or anything here,
Yes, we will not speak of it.
or write it, or tell anyone.
Damn
You
it.
loophole looking for a son of a bitch.
I will say if anyone comes looking at this place to hunt me or anything here or burn this place down, I will make it my unnatural lifelong mission to hunt you all down
And
use
Bryn
your
would at this
entrails as wall art.
Yes, yes, yes. We get
Bryn
the
would
idea.
Bryn would at this
we get
point
the letter now.
when she said when she says all, Bryn would say, "Not all of us, just him and me," and she would nod up at Glassstock and be like, "These two hangers on. They're just with us for a time, a matter of circumstance, nothing more. The dwarf and myself, we're the only ones who want that letter. The other two have nothing to do with it."
And suddenly she opens her hand, and suddenly this black, scaly, like bony, spectral hand kind of grabs it and floats it down to you. And before it pops back out, right before you grab onto it, and then just like, remember the bargain. And then she drops it to you.
Bitch.
And she just kind of like waves and it's like, again, second floor. You may go down to the basement and by all means teach those sea dogs a lesson or two to get your frustrations out. I have no doubt. By all means.
As soon as the spiders get off me, I'm just it's pretty ticklish.
Oh my god.
And she just kind of floats up and she just kind of like suddenly just she turns into mist and just kind of floats up into the ceiling as everyone just leaves you to be.
Does this spider that was in the entrance leave also?
Yep, the spider leaves at the entrance, starts crawling up the
Good.
side of the wall up to the top. And they all leave. So you are left by yourself.
Bryn has this letter in her hand and she'd be like, "Hey kid, you should go."
And runs out the door. And you hear as he gets to the fence, you hear this voice. And he's like, "Timmy!"
Oh my god.
And Timmy's like, she's like, this child is happy to see Timmy, but then is literally just running home, the 4 miles, just running as fast as he can.
Yeah.
That's so that's the kid that we were supposed to save, right? Or are there other kids here?
I think it was just the one. That was Petrol, or whatever his name was.
Petrol Stone.
Petrol Stone.
Mhm.
And I would kind of like look at Glassdock, and I'm feeling like kind of crummy about this, like all of that for this letter. And I feel like we kind of signed our souls away. I'd be like, well, suppose we should figure out what it says. Side note, this one has a silver wax seal. Very neat. It's also an Aviro A, of course, but the wax seal is a
So
different color.
as you regather in the foyer area,
Yeah.
you're reading the letter, you're kind of looking at this.
Yep.
I swear that it says.
I doubt this will work, but one cannot discount the chance and random factors working in one's favor. Status update: I've been here 6 months. The alchemist is still inside his home, or occasionally I catch glimpses of him through the windows. And the chimney is constantly expelling smoke. The locals. That's it.
The second one is been
Uh,
there. That's what the
Yeah.
and there's a little bit of web on it from.
And so, let's see. The locals say the dwelling is haunted, and based on my observations of the eerie sights and sounds, I feel I must concur. I haven't the nerve to approach too closely, so I shall maintain my vigilance and continue in my research from afar. I wish you both were here. Aviro. A fucking love letter?
Well, it would have
That's
been
what
nice.
we have that bitch threatening to take out our entrails over?
Yeah. It would have been nice to
Sentimental and
get
everything, and I don't want
get
to be
those letters
pissed at it.
before we came into the house, because he didn't even make it in.
Right.
Should have known better.
And Bryn would just be like, yeah, just kind of pissed and just she would like cross her arms and lean up against a wall and just sort of be kind of thinking. And then she would look at Teleco and Goblin and be like, "Are you two okay?"
Yes.
Yeah, it was strange to have somebody else inside of my own head, but yeah, no, still just as fine as
Glass
I was from falling.
It's over to Talaco says, first time.
And yeah, Bryn would shrug and be like, "Well, now what?"
Well,
To the basement?
yeah, she said,
The alchemist that you're looking for is in the basement, right?
Correct.
but I'm worried about the time difference now.
What do you mean?
Well, according to Aviro, he'd been outside of the house for 6 months.
I think he meant he'd been in old Saltmarsh for 6 months. No,
Well, let's take it literally because it's Aviro.
that's true.
If he
That's
said he
very
was
true.
outside of the house for 6 months, he was outside of the house for 6 months. Now, old she-devil here said she took the house from him. Aviro did make mention of the fact that people say that the house is haunted. He did say that he saw glimpses of the alchemist. So we can assume that Aviro was spying on the alchemist before she took the house from him.
Okay. So that means he's been here for even longer.
Right.
Than we thought.
If
Oh,
anyone would
gosh.
like to give me an alchemy, or it's me, not an alchemy, an arcane skill check, they can.
I'm not proficient. Can I still make it or no?
Sure.
18.
Okay. Nope. 6.
Yep. Talico?
Sure. 14.
Okay. Goblin going for it too, or?
All right. Oh, 16.
Okay. So Goblin and Glasstalk, you've heard through different stories and things of that nature. And especially Glasstalk, you're sitting here going, okay, these letters are coming. Generally with this magic of sending, and when they send a letter, it goes right away. But if there is a time difference, it probably was put in hiatus, like it was, or in stasis until you came to the right time. And that's why they're all happening within time. Generally, some of it you've determined that he's probably been writing these for the last 6 months or longer.
Right.
And they're now just coming.
Gotcha.
So he could be here much longer than that 6 months. But now that they're just disappearing. So he could have been here for years.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, I suppose we should be thankful he's a long-lived race, at least. Probably won't be dead by the time we find him. But he might be an old man.
So very confusing.
Yes. And
Well, I don't know how much information we're going to get out of this time's alchemist.
we could go downstairs and kill him and solve this whole problem real quick.
No, that doesn't solve anything.
This alchemist may be aware of the source of the lightning strikes that are causing the weirdness,
Presumably,
and at least be able to help you get back to your own time.
Talico, you're based off of you've been here for 6 months.
Yep.
You've known, based off your history and what your information, there hasn't been a sighting of the alchemist for a long time. And based off of this, it's not a past alchemist. It would be the most present alchemist based off the tone that she was talking. So when the alchemist left from the future and came back in time, sometime from then, this female vampire captured him. And based off of that, you could tell that captured him in the basement and confined him to the basement based off of everything you heard.
So to keep the timelines proper, do we need to release him?
No, because it's his most recent time.
Oh.
Yeah. And you're pretty sure, based off of some of the information, the alchemist came from 50 plus years in the past. So originally was 50 years in the past, went to the future, and came back sometime where he was not there. So there's no time. The timey-wimey timeline is fine. So he's not.
There is no two. No. There's no two in the same time.
No,
frame.
there's no two in the same time. You've been able to calculate all that information based off of the conversations and being here and listening to the stories of Saltmarsh. And the haunted house has been there for like several years. So
I have an idea. When we do confront the alchemist, I think Goblin and Halako should be the ones talking to him, so that Bryn and Glasstalk are kind of like back in the shadows, because we don't want him to have any precursory knowledge of our two characters jumping through time.
What objectives do you wish for us to accomplish while talking to him outside of our own?
If it's this time's alchemist, we need to find out how he was researching the time jumping, because that will tie into what you're doing here, Talako. But perhaps that will help us figure out a way to get to whichever time Vero is in.
We just
He's obviously in a different time.
sorry to cut you off. We just lost Carrie for a second. We're gonna go to a quick break, and we will be right back. So hold tight, everyone.
But
Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are back. Sorry, we have internet issues. It is beyond our control. We hate our cable companies at times because there's only so much we can do by streaming. If they can't give us the power, we can't stream. So thank you for your patience. We appreciate. We are back. So we are now in the foyer of the first floor. The conversations of figuring out what to do. There's an alchemist in the basement. You've got to get to the basement. Child has run off. Lots of stuff going on. What would you like to do? And we're going to go for just a few more minutes and then we're going to call it an evening, but we just want to get to a good stopping point. So what is the crew going to do?
I think we should go down to the basement.
Yep.
Have a talking to with the alchemist and maybe a punch in the mouth.
Do you want me to try to parlay or try to be kind to him, or do you just want to try to scare him into talking?
I look at Glassstock and I don't say a word.
Well, Bryn has 2 speeds. She's either kill them where they sleep or baby them until they're big enough to take care of themselves. So you decide which one of those you think is going to work best.
I'm willing to go with the Talico plan of being kind and gentle.
We can always be intimidating once we've tried to be kind.
Yes, if it doesn't work.
I have a number of friends that we can call into action if needed to help be threatening as the Glassstock, just to support you. I just need to know, do you prefer wolves or bears?
Oh, bears.
Or octopus. Okay.
Octopus.
Owl bears, if you can do that one.
You can do that?
I don't.
No, I actually, this hurts me to say this. It's not that I don't agree with Bryn. I do agree with Bryn, but I'm more of a, well, as you witnessed upstairs, I prefer action over non-action. But perhaps, Polacco, you're correct, and this is the best way to go about this. We've got him at an advantage at this. We've got an advantage over him at this point. So, and I wouldn't be surprised that he's going to be surprised to see Bryn and myself.
Oh,
you wouldn't be surprised if he's surprised to see you, or you wouldn't be surprised if he's not surprised?
I'm expecting him to be surprised to see us.
Well, then, let's head downstairs, and if we meet any of these pirates along the way, we can just push them to the side. And if you need to let out any aggression with them, apparently that's okay.
Yeah, that's what I got from it. So
the pirates in the area have a tendency of disrupting the natural community that is being built and is growing. So I have no qualms with trying to keep them safe. But the alchemist, unfortunately, I need to stop the lightning that's bringing things in.
Yeah, and
with all the talk about pirates and how terrible they are, Bryn's like, yeah, terrible pirates.
Oh. So we just need to get information from the alchemist then.
Yes.
Jay, would this count as a short rest?
No,
we're sitting
it's
here
not
talking?
long enough.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. No, that's fine. I'm going to use my second wind ability to get my hit points back.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I never
that way,
lost
that
any.
way, that way we don't use any spell slots, and I get it back automatically at a short rest. So
Nice.
All right. Well, I have not used any second level spell slots. Once we're talking with the alchemist, I can also the mind ready thing. I can jump into his mind and see. He'll probably resist, but at least I should be able to get something to assist.
okay.
Good.
Would it help if I transform myself into something that I'm not?
It depends on what. What would you transform yourself into?
Another person.
No, he doesn't know you, Goblin. So I think you being you is more than.
Well, let him talk, Glasstalk. What person? It depends.
I don't know. It could be the. I was gonna say the tavern daddy from the
Dragon Daddy?
What's his name?
No,
No, the tavern guy. What's it?
the tavern guy.
Oh,
Yes.
Carl.
Carl. Yeah, you be Carl, I suppose. You could be that vampire lady. Probably isn't too fond of her.
That would add to the fear and intimidation factor. So, Goblin, if you stay back and niceties and reading of minds doesn't work, you can come in as her to aid Gladstalk in whatever, threaten to make a bargain or something that would
I like it.
help.
However,
Yes.
okay, I'm just gonna say this like as Goblin too, but I understand that. However, I can only change into my same type of people. My body type. So if I
Oh.
change into this person, I'm just gonna be a very strong-looking vampire lady.
What's wrong with that?
which is
Because she
hot.
wasn't very strong looking. I doubt she's done a lot of weightlifting in the time since he saw her last.
I have a disguise kit, and I could bring forth, if you're okay leaving the bears behind, I could bring forth spiders to cover you.
Okay. If you think that
I don't know if that would help or make things. I don't know if it's better or worse or just a use of summoning creatures, but
How about this? We'll just call that Plan V. And if this all goes belly up, Goblin will look at you and we'll go, oi, Plan V. And then you become a very muscular her.
got it. Let's go.
So which way do you want to go? You know it's a basement, but you don't know exactly which way.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Right.
where is it?
Good question. I suppose we hunt around for trap doors or downward stairs. I start opening doors, man.
Well, it looks like stairs going down in the back of this house.
There you go.
yes, I read the thoughts of those stairs as well, Glasstalk.
Interesting. Yes. Yes. They seemed
Goblin-
quite down. No pun intended.
You got the impression that there might be some stairs in the back area, maybe through a window or something like that. Through the window that you were flying. So
Indeed.
Oh,
yes.
okay, yeah.
Yep, we're gonna say that as the eagle was flying around, as you're
The
flying,
vision.
you looked in through the windows and you saw that there was that back window. There were some stairwells going down.
Amazing.
Yep.
Yes.
There's the GM discretion on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So let's. So if we head to where the back entrance was, we can poke around and open the doors there and see which may lead down.
Yeah. A goblin was just gonna go, hello, vampire lady? Where's the entrance to the basement?
And a mystical hand of vapors correlate in front of you, and suddenly it just goes like, and it points to the back door, and then flips up and goes,
And it's like,
and disappears.
Oh, thank you.
incredible.
Gee, ask and see if we can get a direction. Wow.
She
who would've
did
thought?
not say she did say she is not unreasonable.
Ask one more question and she'll like reappear, like the mist will come down. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Gotta do everything for you guys.
Oh my. So yep.
And you're pretty sure she was pointing towards this back door here.
Okay.
Yep. All right, we head to the back door.
So as you get through there, you get to the door. It is locked.
Bryn, I seem to recall earlier, whenever you broke yours, I passed mine to you. So
You did. Thank you. Here we go. I will try again. Is it sleight of hand?
It's just a D20 with your proficiency.
Is that right?
Dexterity, yeah.
Oh,
So it's
and dexterity, yeah.
dexterity and with your proficiency.
that ain't bad. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, it's a 16.
That you appear to get a good tumbler, and I'm gonna say yes, that does get it. And as the door
I'm
kind
also
of,
not like in a hurry
Yep,
and everything's fine.
so as the door kind of creeps open a little bit, this is the kitchen. It is dirty and damp with patches of gray looking fungus and cobwebs on the floor, walls, and ceiling. The shelves line the walls with a discolored stone sink under a cracked window. An oversized fireplace with chimney dominates the west portion of the room. A large black iron cauldron sits in the space. Several shelves on the north wall seem to be in greater states of disarray, and there is a door to the east of this room. And as I open up, now reveal, dun, 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 that is what you see. The stairs that you
Stairs
see
going down.
No, those stairs are going up.
Oh, we can't take those stairs.
We're not allowed.
We're not allowed to.
Interesting.
And as you enter the room, as you notice that, like I said, there's a door to the east right here.
Yep.
Should we try the other door?
yes.
Okay. I need two things. One, I need everyone to give me a perception check, please.
18.
18.
13.
13.
Rolly. 24.
24.
Wow,
Awesome.
there we go.
Yes. Nice.
I got a 3.
I see things.
Yes. Nice.
Glassstock and Robo, I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
God. Ha! 18.
Okay.
8.
Calico and Bryn for life, baby. We're gonna survive. We're gonna survive this.
So as everyone enters the room, Glassstock and Robo, you smell this cooking smell. And you,
Oh, no.
Glassstock, you just kind of like, yeah. But Robo, excuse me, a Goblin, as you get this smell, he's like, oh, it's a interesting smell. You've never smelt this type of this cooking before. And you look over, and that cauldron, that black cauldron, suddenly, that's in the fireplace, suddenly the lid starts to move a little bit, as if it was in a fire underneath. You see this fire and cooking, and the lid is making noise as if it was bubbling, like something was cooking inside and bubbling. And you feel compelled to open the lid to get a taste of this the smell that's coming towards that's wafting towards you.
Got it. So I'll just go, huh. I didn't know I could actually smell. But that sounds fantastic. And I just run.
What is this new sensation?
Yeah, and that's the unusual thing. You're like,
smell?
this is weird.
Yeah, exactly.
Your sensories are like, oh, and as you pull the lid back, and everyone, you notice the Goblin has moved over this pot, and he moves the lid over.
Goblin, what are you doing?
It just smells fantastic, Talico. Let me see.
And as he moves, and you move and you look, Goblin, and you see bubbling of orange soup-like food, and it's just kind of bubbling up. And
his faceplate fogs up.
And strangely enough, everyone else in the room don't see it. It's just a plain old black cauldron with no fire, no bubbling, no nothing. Goblin is the only one that sees this bubbling of food and smell, and as you move and you look into it, an eyeball pops up.
Oh,
And
Can
so
Glassdock grab him before he like sticks his hand in there or anything?
you can. He's right now. He's just looking at it, and
Yeah.
if you want to go over and grab him away from there, you
Yeah.
can. But just as this suddenly, Goblin, you get scared. You are under the effect, and you are frightened by the images that you just saw bubbling in this cauldron of this stew of just disgustingness. It smelled, you thought was good, but it turns out it was disgusting and just horrible. And you're like,
Ugh.
and then you turn back, you look away scared, and you turn back, and it's nothing. It's a pot. There's no bubbles. There's no liquid inside. There's no fire. It was just something was in your mind that you saw. But you are frightened for a few rounds. And we'll
Make a sanity check. Oh,
yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No, it's not that Wednesday, Carrie.
Sorry. You're right.
And the door that's to the
Goodness.
east is locked as well. So Bryn, give me, as you're working on this door, give me a
Can I provide assistance with that
Sure.
to give her advantage?
Sure. By all means.
I cast guidance.
To give me advantage.
Yes.
Awesome.
Can you cast guidance?
Oh, that's much
Yes, I can cast
Oh
guidance.
wow, awesome.
great. So with advantage, and what do I get for guidance?
You get a D4.
Oh my god.
We will open the store.
A 29.
Yeah.
There we go.
You just basically go pick, and just the door opens up and just opens up with ease. And you see the stairwells going down. And with
There we go.
that, we are going to pause until our next episode in 2 weeks.
Yay.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We went a little bit over, so thank you for staying with us. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's go around quick. Where can we find you? What are you promoting? And we're going to start with Goblin and go back around that way.
It's me, RoboGoblin, and you can find me at TTRPGives on Twitter and on Twitch. And I don't think I have anything yet, but stay tuned for and just follow me on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have an account for my Owlbear plushie. So if you
Yeah,
want
I followed
yes.
one today.
Alberto, you can do that.
Alberto, that's so
Love it.
so cute. So cute.
Awesome.
That'd be.
Thank you. Carrie.
Yes, I am Carrie. Thank you guys so much for coming, and this has been a delight. I'm so sorry about my internet issues. You can find me on Monday nights. I'm on Mini Terrain Domain, where we play the Candlekeep Mysteries. Obviously, on Wednesday nights, I am here. On select Thursday nights, I'm on another channel called Dice Tales Live, where we also do live plays, little bite-sized 1-hour sessions. And then on select Wednesdays, I am over on Mini Terrain Domain, where I am running a Call of Cthulhu game. And that has got one more session in it. It's a little short shot. So we got the finale coming up.
Awesome.
Pretty excited. Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you so much, guys. This is awesome.
Jim.
I'm Jim, Hawkbear1 on Twitter. You can find me here, obviously, every other Wednesday playing Mr. Impulsive himself, Glassdock Steelcloak.
You know.
On Sundays, you could also find me here playing Mr. Impulsive, Clicky the Gunslinger in our Star Wars Shadowport game. But we will not be playing this Sunday because Jay decided that he wanted to go to Gamehole Con instead of hang out with me and the rest of the guys. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim, very much. Joshua.
Hey, I am JRail Tech over on Twitter. You can follow me over there for random game stuff, agile stuff, or tech stuff because I cover the whole gamut and I don't want to create multiple accounts because who cares about marketing niches? You can here on Twitch though, well, over on Twitch, I guess for those who are watching the YouTube, you can catch me at Gen2 Penguin, where I'm usually streaming either horror games or chill out games. The new Jackbox game comes out tomorrow, so I'll probably be playing some of those in the not so far future. and inviting all the friends so we can just max out and just have way too much fun together. And then you can also catch me here on Thursdays, not tomorrow, but next Thursday, because my GM, Kurt and Jay, actually most of the team for Champions of Eclipsia that usually is on Thursdays is all going to GameholeCon. So we're taking off tomorrow, but we'll be back next week. So feel free to come and check us out. And if you're not caught up on Champions of Eclipsia, check us out on the YouTube channel for Imperium of the Wayward Gamer.
Yes, very much so. Thank you so much. I'm Jay, also known as NeoFet3 on the socials. Again, Star Wars on Sundays at 7 p.m. Shadowport Adventures. Wednesday, we'll be back on November 2nd. And also Eclipsia on Thursday, the 27th, we'll be back. Tomorrow, I'm leaving for morning to go to GameholeCon. Lots of people, if you're there, say hi, hugs. I'm hoping to be a Pokemon trainer and just taking pictures and catching them all. Basically catching photos of everyone to get pictures of everyone. So
Awesome.
just feeling like a Pokemon trainer there. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Again, you just saw in the chat, our friends at Talon and Claw, they are wonderful and they make great and wonderful high quality Dice Vault and DM screens and a whole bunch of other stuff. If you would like, go check them out, and they will have, if you put in Dragon Daddy, when you check out, you will get 10% off on your purchase. So thank you again so much. I know we've gone over time. It's a little bit like, thank you for staying with us. So we are going to say goodnight. We're going to find someone to raid real quick. Who do we have on our channels right now? We've got Demi playing not so much Lost.
Dr. Faust Painting Clinic.
Rep RPGs, playing League of Legends, SO Maddie Games.
Let's go.
Any of them will do.
Let's go, Maddie. We haven't done Maddie in a while, so we're gonna go raid them real quick.
All right.
What do you think?
And then, like I said, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. We will say goodbye. Be kind to the raider when we raid, and remember, please be kind and don't be a jerk. Take care. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.